Let's all sing it together. It don't rain on Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow's on the rain. Well, it has been a long-awaited interview with Tim Tebow, but it looks like it is about to happen. We've been waiting on the opportunity. A number of things we've been wanting to talk to Tim about. Of course, the new movie that he's the executive producer for is out. Got to see it last week, and Tim Tebow joins us now. Tim, welcome to Rick and Bubba. Tim!
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it, guys. How you doing this morning?
Hey, let's fire him up.
Tim! I mean, look, Tim, if you're not fired up about today and you're not fired up about Run the Race, and if you just don't have any passion for Jesus, let's just shut this whole thing down.
If I'm not fired up about y'all's chant you just gave me, I mean, come on. Big time.
Hey, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for taking time to be with us. We do really appreciate it.
I know it's crazy. We've been trying to talk to you. Of course, for
like 10 years.
I've had the great opportunity to get to know Mac Brunson and his family a little bit, and I know you guys went to Israel and had an incredible trip, and Trey and all the guys working on Run the Race. And by the way, the movie had a great opening weekend. I got a chance to see it this past Friday with my wife, and even because we do the early morning thing when we do the show live, so I thought at 4:15 nobody will be there, but it was packed at 4:15 in the afternoon. So congratulations on the success of the movie, and there's people listening right now that may not know how this all happened with the movie, so why don't you share that with them?
Well, thank you for going to see it and all those encouraging words. For me, the process started about 6 years ago. For Jake and Trey, it started 14 years ago when they first started writing the script. But it was, for me, 6 years ago, I read it, and I was impacted by it. But it was one of those things I was like, you know what, I'm going to take it with me. When I was heading overseas to the Philippines for a mission trip, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to read it again over there. I read it again over there, impacted me again. And then I read it to some of my friends and family, and they were impacted. So I was like, man, this is having this much of an impact, and maybe this is something worth being involved in. So I never really had the goal of getting into the movie industry. I just wanted to tell a story that would encourage people and share the love of Jesus with people, because life's not always easy, and we need hope. We need something to hold on to. And so we started kind of putting this film together, and now we're really excited about the product, but we're even more excited about all the testimonies of how many people have been encouraged so far, and it's only been out a week. And that's really the reason we did it. It's the reason Che and Drake and Robbie and everybody got involved was to be able to try to tell a story about faith, hope, and love that would be encouraging for people, but also be very realistic and gritty. Because a lot of times faith-based films for me growing up, it was like, man, when they prayed, everything was perfect. And I don't know if I'm shocking anybody right now, but guess what? Even when you pray, it's not going to be perfect afterwards. And so to really show a real life, people that are, trying to walk out this journey of life together and kind of figuring it out, and how God is always chasing us and loving us and has a great plan for our life.
Well, there's no doubt, and I don't want to give the movie away, and I have a reputation on the show, Tim, of giving movies away, so I'm trying not to. Mm-hmm. But I think that was the biggest takeaway for me, because I've seen it in my own life, in my own testimony. There's been times that I prayed and saw God do miracles that I celebrated, and there's times I prayed just as hard, and it didn't go the way I wanted it to go, and He was the same God in both instances, and He's just, and the way He's doing things is always right.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. No doubt. And, I've been the same way in different times in my life. And I also think that's a big part of walking by faith is understanding that He's God and that we're not. And that His plans aren't our plans, but we get to trust the character of our God. And He's a God that gave His best and His everything in His Son for us. And so obviously He wants great things for us and to love us, but that doesn't necessarily mean, healthy, wealthy, but it does mean a personal relationship with Him, and something that is, that's more than any riches could ever buy.
Tim, how in the world do you manage your schedule every day? I mean, you've got baseball, you've got a new fiance, you're producing movies, TV shows. How in the world do you keep up with everything every day, and a little time on the baseball field in between?
Yeah, I mean, how do you because you have to manage it. If you don't run it, it's going to run you. What do you do?
Yeah, you try. Well, I just walked out of the dugout, walked down here in the field to talk to you guys for a little bit. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna play the Tigers today, and just take it one step at a time. I mean, I just think it's just finding things you're passionate about, going at it, and making. You have time for what you make time for. And I'm a big believer in that. And so you just try to make times for things that are important in my life.
Hey, Tim, can I ask you this? How are you going to play in these spring football leagues and play baseball?
Well, the answer to that is I don't think I am.
I don't think I am.
Okay, is Spurrier really calling you every week?
No, he's not calling me every week. But have we talked several times about it? Yes, we have.
I bet you have. So, hey, tell us why we have you. I didn't think we'd have time for this, but it looks like we will. What about $1 Million Mile? Let's add something else to your calendar. March 27th will be the first show. What is this TV show you're involved in?
Yeah, it's actually it's a crazy obstacle show that'll air on CBS, and it's really cool. LeBron's the executive producer, and we totally transformed downtown Los Angeles into the most epic obstacle course probably of all time. And so people are running these crazy obstacle courses, but the difference in this show is that they're getting chased by a defender who is an amazing athlete, and it's epic. I mean, we have people climbing up 15-story buildings. It's just, you'll have to wait and check it out. It's really cool.
Wait a minute. Is this like those promotions that like baseball teams do where they have the sprinter and somebody takes off and they give you a head start, then the sprinter runs you down?
And he has to pass you.
It's sort of like that, except it's a lot cooler.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I'm
it's a combination of that and Gladiator.
Yeah, right. I'm on the obstacle course, and I got to beat the obstacle course, but I also have to beat the world-class athlete that's chasing me.
Yeah, but if you do, you win $1 million.
Wow.
That'll make you pick them up and put them down on it.
Real. No doubt about that. So let's talk baseball for a minute. So obviously, when you first started doing this, there were a lot of people who thought, "What is Tim doing?" But I mean, here you are, still standing. You're improving. Tell us the state of this journey as a baseball player.
Well, it's been a journey full of ups and downs, but it's been very fun all along the way. It's been something I've loved. Spring's been going really well so far. I'm really enjoying it. I feel like I'm improving in a lot of different areas, and it's going to be. Obviously it's a challenge. It's a really hard game, but I think that's part of what the draw for me is, just how fun and how challenging it is every day.
Hey, Tim, I know that if you don't, can we do this? We have people on, we ask the people to give us a liner like, hey, this is Tim Tebow, and you're listening to Rick and Bubba. And I know that you're meeting us for the first time, but if you could have a tone like you really love us,
like more than Paul Feinbaum or Greg. Because we know them too.
Yeah, we do, and I mean we're much more pleasurable than Paul. I promise you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you would have more fun with us. But so if you could just whenever you want to start, hey, this is Tim Tebow, and you're listening to the Rick and Bubba Show.
So something like this, hey, this is Tim Tebow, and you're listening to Rick and Bubba Show. Just two amazing guys living their journey out together.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's fine. You know what he is? He's a gamer. He's a shot caller.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. By the way, we do Tim Tebow updates, and we play it. We have like a. Do you remember when the
ESPN montage?
The montage the guy on YouTube put together what has Skip Bayless and all them talking about you being a gamer and a shot caller. And did you know that a guy also wrote a country song that says it don't rain on Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow's on the rain. Have you ever heard that song?
No, I haven't. Do I want to hear it?
No, it's not bad. It's a compliment. But I mean, there's a lot of songs out there about you may not know about. And I haven't heard a negative one. They're just talking about your superhero status.
Yeah, Tim, come through town one weekend. We'll enlighten you on some of this stuff.
Yeah, I'd love for you if you get in town, come see us. Hey, tell your brother and Trey and all the gang. involved in the movie, that we love it. We'll continue to promote it. And thank you. As you said, faith-based movies they're getting better every time one comes out. And, it's one thing for it to have a great message, but also needs to be a good movie that on its merit, people want to see it. And Run the Race certainly meets all that criteria. So thanks for being with us. Have a great game today, Tim. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being so fun, and God bless y'all.
And remember, 3 out of 10, you go to the Hall of Fame.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba.